Hello young explorers, welcome to today's enriching session of 3D questions from Steamspirations. I'm Mr. Lara, excited to guide you through the fascinating principles of force and motion. Today, we'll explore how the weight of an object affects its movement when a force is applied. If you'd like a refresher on this topic, make sure to click the link at the top right corner for additional resources. Whether you're just starting or aiming to deepen your knowledge, this session is crafted to broaden your understanding. Let's start our scientific exploration of forces at work. For today's activity, let's design a simple experiment to observe how the weight of an object affects its movement when a force is applied. Here's your task. Think about how varying the weight of an object impacts its movement when the same force is applied. How does a heavier object compare to a lighter object in terms of distance traveled and speed? As you consider this, think about these key questions. How will you measure the distance traveled by objects of different weights after applying a force? What tools might you need to ensure the weights of the objects are accurately measured? How might different weights affect the movement and speed of the objects? Now let's understand more about how weight affects force and motion. The weight of an object can influence the amount of friction it experiences and the distance it travels when a force is applied. By comparing objects of different weights, we can observe how these factors play a role in motion. Reflect on how you would conduct this experiment. Choose objects of varying weights, such as small, medium, and large balls. Use a ruler or measuring tape to measure the distance traveled by each object after applying the same force. Record the weight of each object and the corresponding distance traveled. Now let's evaluate our understanding with a key question. Which factor is most crucial for determining how far an object travels when a force is applied? A. The type of object. B. The weight of the object. C. The push force applied. Or D. The surface texture. The following are guiding questions for our answer choices. For answer choice A, think about how would the type of object affect its movement? What does this tell us about the object's material and shape? Answer choice B, how does the weight of the object affect the distance it travels? What role does weight play in motion? Answer choice C, how does the push force influence the movement of the object? What can this reveal about the force applied? Answer choice D. How does the surface texture impact the object's movement? What role does friction play? So go ahead and select the correct option and proceed to part B. Here's your question for part B. Why is understanding this factor important in studying the effects of force on an object? A. It helps us understand how object type impacts movement. B. It shows the impact of weight on movement and distance traveled. C. It illustrates the relationship between applied force and distance. D. It explains how surface texture affects motion dynamics. The following are guiding questions for our answer choices. If we think it's answer choice A, how does the type of object affect the speed and distance traveled? What insights does this provide about material and shape? For answer choice B, how do different weights impact the object's movement? What does this tell us about the dynamics of force and motion? For answer choice C, why is it important to understand the relationship between applied force and distance traveled? How does this measurement illustrate that relationship? Answer choice D, how does the surface texture influence the object's speed and distance traveled? What does this tell us about the dynamics of friction? So go ahead and engage with the concept. Reflect on how the weight of the object affects its movement when a force is applied. Consider the implications of this experiment in everyday life and how understanding weight and force enhances your perception of physical interactions. Further engage with the concept. Consider how different civilizations might have used their understanding of weight and force in constructing buildings or moving large objects. Reflect on how modern technology, like transportation systems, relies on our understanding of weight and force to function efficiently. Discuss how this knowledge has been historically applied in engineering and design. Be sure to document your observations, insights, and responses in your Lvl Up Workbook. This exercise not only enriches your knowledge of physical sciences, but also sets the stage for more advanced scientific explorations. Keep attending our sessions for more insights into the natural world. So let's continue to discover and learn together.